Hi, this is Dr. Hibbert. Thank you for coming back to our YouTube channel. Um, if you have not yet subscribed, we ask you to do so. And please remember to turn on the notification so you will receive, when we upload new videos, you will be notified. Again, thank you for your subscription. Today we're going to be talking about 24 relationship tips. 24 relationship tips. Question: what hold a relationship together? Most people, if I ask that question, they would say love. But I would disagree and say no. It's not love that hold a relationship together. Look at those three words to the right. I pledge, I promise, I commit. The last one, commit. Commitment is the key to any relationship. At the same time, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep at night, your nights seem longer, your day seems far away, and you're tossing in the bed. Relationships are held together when two people commit the perfect crime by stealing each other's heart and commit to keep it for life. The thing that holds a relationship together for life is not love, as I said before, it's the big word commitment. You see, love may cave in during a storm, but commitment will stand the storm. Doesn't matter how hard that storm, commitment is going to stand. Love may just cave in. So number one, commit to the relationship. Commitment are the nuts and bolts that hold a relationship together. Love, on the other hand, is under the fuel that keeps it going. Number two, listen with your heart, not just your ears. Do not interrupt others or the other person while they are talking. Too many times we do that. Interrupt. And we think we're doing good, but we're just doing bad. We're hurting the other person more and more. So don't interrupt. Wait your turn. Number three, think. Sometimes that's something that we don't do. We don't think before we talk. We don't think before we act. And then we make the problem bigger instead of trying to find a solution. Number four, choose your words carefully. Don't be too hasty to respond. Words are powerful. They're like dynamite. They blow up and destroy relationships. It takes a long time to build a strong relationship, but it takes, before you know it, a short time, that thing can be blown to pieces just because of wrong words. Number five, avoid nagging words. And I know when you hear the word nagging, the first thing somebody would say, woman. Yes, woman, but I've seen some men in my counseling practice over the years. They are more nagging than the woman. You know, you listen to them, you just know that they're naggers because they never stop. They just keep going. It's like they got Duracell battery. Just keep them going, and they frustrate the other person. So avoid those nagging words. Avoid judging. Sometimes we're judging the other person, but we got our own demons to deal with, because everybody got something that they need to deal with. So don't be too quick to judge the other person. Number seven, avoid the cold shouldering. It kills desires and fuels tension. When you're giving somebody the cold shoulder, it means that you're mad at them, and you're not helping them to help you. And so it kills every little feeling and desire inside of them, because it's like pouring ice water and or putting something in a freezer. It's just get frozen and cannot function. Number eight, if you cannot respond immediately during a conflict, please say why. just don't use the silent treatment. Too many times we do that. Well, I'm not going to say anything to him. I'm not going to say anything to her. I'm just going to ignore him. Just going to ignore her. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Say something. Say something. If there's a conflict, don't just leave it hanging. Say something. Well, honey, you know what? I can't really deal with that right now, but okay, such and such, we'll pick this up back later. And, you know, because maybe sometimes you're so upset, and instead of saying the wrong thing, then just try to find something nice to say. Okay, it's your spouse, it's your wife, it's your husband. All right, so just try to be the decent person that you are. Number 9, disagree without a quarrel. Too many people, they cannot disagree without this big quarrel. This big quarrel. They break things. They're hostile. They're vicious to one another. It's not just words, but the things that they do physically. So yes, you can disagree. You don't have to make a big disgrace and embarrass the other person. Number 10, tell your spouse how you feel about what was said. Sometimes I know that's hard to do, but tell them how you really feel, and try to find solution. Don't make the problem any bigger. Number 11, never assume that the person understands. Sometimes we do that. We think, well, he should read my mind, she should read my mind. No, it doesn't work that way. The person won't understand unless you say something. Number 12, respond without anger. Use kind words. Anger is one word, one letter away from danger. Just add a D in front of that. Anger, and it's danger. So be careful of how you respond with anger. Use kind words. Number 13, when you're wrong, admit it. If you're right, shut up. Okay? Don't use it as a tool, because sometimes we know we're right, and so we use it as a tool against the other person, which is so wrong. Don't exaggerate, number 14, just to make you look better. Sometimes we do that. We blow the thing up. We fabricate things just so that it look better, sound better, feel better to us, but not to the other person. So don't exaggerate. Keep it real. Number 15, be truthful and honest. There's the best thing that you could ever do to your spouse is to be truthful and honest to him or to her. It's really worth the effort. Number 16, avoid playing the blame game. We blame each other. The truth is that when we're blaming that person, maybe we're the ones who are to be blamed. So just don't play that blame game. Well, it's your fault, and pointing the finger. No. Remember that there's always a finger that's pointing back to you. Number 17, admit your faults. Say, I'm sorry, and mean it. Too many times we say, I'm sorry, but we just say it to appease our own selves to make us feel better. I was watching a political session once, and one of the politicians said something to the other person which was very nasty, and he was asked to apologize. And so after a while, unwillingly, he got up, well, such and such say I should apologize to you. That's not an apology. You're not admitting your faults. You're not really sorry. So say I'm sorry and mean it. Number 18, forgive. It lightens the load, lightens the hurt. To be forgiven, you need to forgive. Number 19, accept others. Everyone needs acceptance, including you. You cannot expect people to accept you if you don't accept them. So let's accept one another because they're people just like this. They have flesh and bone and blood and everything just like you, and they have feelings just like you do. So accept them. so that you can also be accepted. Number 20, pay attention to small details. They are the glue to your relationship. You know, I often said that if you're walking down the road and you see a big rock in the middle of the road, you're not going to walk into that rock. You're going to go around it. But there's a little pebble that you don't see, and you step on that little pebble, and guess what? It throw you, and it hurt you. So it's not the big things sometimes that hurts. It's the little things. The little things. The Bible says, look out for the foxes that gnaw on the vine. So it's the little things that we need to pay attention to. Just be careful of those little foxes. Number 21, build a strong bond through communication. When your spouse is unable to meet your, especially your sexual needs, because you have good understanding, because you have good communication going, it will let you know, well, there's a good reason why this person cannot meet my needs right now. 22, remember that there is no right way to do a wrong thing. Never in history, never exists, and it will never ever exist. There's no right way to do a wrong thing. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. Number 23, never hit your spouse. Your spouse, too many men and women think that their spouse is their child. And so they love to raise their hands, you know, the slap, and all those type of thing and so on. You don't raise your hands and hit your spouse. That person is a part of you, a part of your body. So you don't want to abuse that person physically. You also don't want to abuse them mentally, emotionally, in any way. Try to live like the way God designed you to live. Number 24, never boss your spouse. Too many times we get so bossy. I'm in charge and all this type of thing. Some men will say, well, I'm the head of this house. But you know, one of the things I say to people, I said, men, you need to stop talking about you are the head. The truth is you're supposed to be the foundation. You're supposed to be the columns that holding the relationship together. If you are the head, you're too far up. So what's going on at the bottom? So you need to be the foundation, except for saying, I'm the head of this house. No, you need to be the foundation, not just the head. All right? Somebody needs to be holding the relationship together. So don't do something permanently stupid because you're temporarily upset. Remember, again, as I repeat, there's no right way to do a wrong thing. So until next time, this is Dr. Hibbert saying to you, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we ask you to like, subscribe, and share. All right? If you need counseling help, you can send me an email, and then we'll take it from there. Again, until next time, bye-bye.